Hello everyone, my name is Boran and welcome back to Tutorial's channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how you can optimize your store to increase your conversion rates and to increase your store in general by implementing this strategy. So I created like a whimsical board where I explain key and crucial steps and actually that customers is taking when they come to your store. So we're gonna start with driving traffic. So we need a certain channel or channels, better multiple channels, to drive traffic to our landing page or website or homepage, for example. I'm gonna show you like step by step, so you can understand what I'm speaking of like specifically, because I'm trying to provide you as valuable information as possible. So this is like the homepage that I'm currently using, and this is where I drive some of the traffic. And another page, like it can be a landing page where you are specializing your offer for that specific product. But let's say that we want to drive traffic only to this hoodie. This can be a landing page for itself. So let's say that we're using Facebook ads, for example. I'm gonna navigate over to ads library. So we're gonna show you how these ads are actually running traffic and what you should be paying attention to. So I'm gonna select USA. I'm gonna choose like all ads. I'm gonna choose some fitness niche, for example, or soccer. Let's say soccer, as this is a soccer store. So we'll be looking for some specific ads that other businesses are running. So this could be a...
Hi, I'm Sean McCurris. I'm the Director of Coaching at Salvo Soccer Club. I focus on the community, the recreation side of what we do. What sets Salvo apart...
The thing is, with this ad, they have written a certain copy. Let's read it. Our player-centered programs are available for boys plus girls of every level to help kids boost confidence, boost skills, and make friends. So this is, as you can see, they have targeted a lot like parents, because this message is specifically targeting parents because they're the ones who are paying. We organize team based on age, skill level, body requests, metro location preference. But let's see. Okay, they have put this call to action button that it takes them directly to registration page, which is decent. As you can see, somebody's really careful about running these ads and they know what they're doing. As you can see, they have listed a source, a UTM source. So here we can read that they have named this specific campaign that this is a source coming from Facebook. As you can see, it's coming from Facebook. Somebody generated UTM parameters, and how to do that is you can use Google UTM tool, campaign builder URL. So for example, we can use our domain just to show you. We will use this domain. So the site, I'm gonna be showing you why and how to do this. So the reason why they used these UTM parameters is because they want to know where do they have most profits coming from their ads. So by saying that, they want to understand, like, if they're running multiple campaigns, multiple social media accounts, they need to understand, okay, what traffic source is the most profitable one, so I can double down on it. That should be the thinking process. So they can see, okay, this is a Facebook ad, UTM medium. It's like more in-depth information, like this is a social media ad, so they can see, okay, this is a paid campaign coming from a social media ad, and this is the campaign, like general community. So this is you can actually see a lot like how they set up the campaign just by reading this UTM parameter, and here you can create it. So we use this link. We're gonna name this campaign ID. Let's name it Facebook paid ads. So here we're gonna use campaign source. Let's say that we use it for ad. Campaign medium video, we can leave it. Campaign name, we can use like broad audience. And now remember this inputs that we just put in our URL UTM builder. And now I'm gonna read this specific URL so we can understand what just happened. So UTM source, as you can see, this is our UTM source. UTM medium is video, and UTM campaign is broad audience. As you can see, this specific input, and our UTM ID is Facebook paid ads. So here it is. Let's say that we want to set up the same for Instagram. We would just come over here and we would use taxonomy, we call it in marketing, a taxonomy that is related to Instagram. So we can differentiate where the traffic is coming from, so we can understand what marketing efforts are giving us the best outcomes of our efforts. So this is pretty much it when it comes to running ads. Here, what I would see that's not been done the best is call to action. In this text, there is no any call to action that somebody can actually like click the link. The text should be like simple one. Click the link down below and visit our site for more information. So they don't have any call to action where they actually invite a prospect that's currently reading or watching this video to make an action that would be contributed to their company or an e-commerce store. So let's continue. We're gonna open up again our whimsical board. Here I wrote down all of the tests that you can actually do in order to get better click-through rate. So what's actually click-through rate? Click-through rate is a metric that tells you from how many people actually saw your campaign, your video, your image, and actually came through and visited landing page or home page. So let's say, I'm gonna just put it down right here. Let's say that we had 10,000 people who saw our ad, and that the conversion rate is 5%. So that would be 0.5. And this means, like if we pull up the calculator, I'm using calculator so in case you're unfamiliar with these metrics, so we don't get you confused. So if we have 10,000 people coming to our website and click-through rate, CTR, is 5%, what we would do, we would come over here, put in 10,000 times 0.05, and then we would get a click-through rate of 500 people. So this would mean that 500 people actually came to this stage of our funnel. So from the 10,000 people who saw the ad, 500 managed to come to our landing page. And we as a marketers need to be thinking constantly how we can increase these two numbers. So how we can increase the amount of people that can actually see something related to our brand and come to the web page, and how can we improve our message, our, for example, platform that we currently use, such as Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest. How can we shift the video around to get better click-through rate? And the key point is without increasing the advertising cost. So we have to have in mind, like, how can we improve our ads for burning $1,000, for example, monthly? How can we increase this number to like 6.2, for example, and this number to 12,000. So without increasing the initial budget that we have for the ads. Once we, let's say, optimized this part of the funnel, and we see that our revenue is bleeding on some other parts of the funnel more than this one that we actually optimized recently, we would go and actually start researching why we have bleed outs on other parts of the funnel. So what I'm going to explain now, the thinking process behind this. Now, as we actually managed to bring 500 people to this stage, now we need to understand how we can convert these extra visitors into paying customers. So here we would do some other tests. I'm gonna come back to Shopify. We're gonna use analytics this time. As you can see, on this specific store, we have 3,242 visitors in the last 365 days. And what we can see that we have only 26 purchases over here. So it means that the conversion rate is 0.12%, which is extremely bad. But you can expect conversion rates up to like 1% once you start the store. But you should be aiming for conversion rates between, I would preferably say, 5 to 7%, which would be extremely good conversion rate for a Shopify store, especially if you have like a small team or a mid-tier team. So yeah, let's move back to our whimsical. Here are the things that you can test once you actually onboarded, let's say onboarded 500 people to your website. So 500 people, I wouldn't say it's a big enough of a sample to make an assumption that something is working or it's not working. I would say that the minimum would be like 5,000 people that came to your website. So you could make a concrete conclusion that something is off and that you can like fix it, maybe improve the offer, like decrease the price of your products, improve marketing message, give like 3 for the price of 2, for example. So this can be an offer issue. It can be a speed of the website issue. Maybe like your website is loading really slow in the places where internet is not like 5G. So maybe like in 4G networks, people are having issues loading it. Maybe you should inspect that. Maybe mobile URL version is not optimized well enough, so people can actually just see how your site is looking really well once they come on the desktop version, but the majority of users are actually using their phones for the purchases. Another thing can be like your branding, that maybe your brand is not strong enough to have the pricing that you have for the product. Maybe you should like invest in your branding, like creating such a good and appealing videos where your brand is actually expressing itself, investing into a relationship with people well known in the market, like such as influencers. So this is how you can improve your branding and increase the strength of a brand message. And another thing can be like your UI doesn't look good. It doesn't look appealing, doesn't look professional. Maybe it's not the design is not related to the ideal customer that should be actually paying attention to what the site actually has to say. So that can be another thing. And let's say that we had 5,000 people coming over here, and they have visited the website. So your website or a landing page has to have a certain goal. Like, why are you bringing these people to that specific landing page? One thing can be like, you want them to buy this. Another thing can be, you want them to subscribe to your email list. So you can actually contact them and reach them with the upsells, special offers, providing them free value, keep them engaged with the brand. So that could be one thing. Another thing like can be how many of them who actually came to your, let's say, page, put the product into a basket, into a cart. So that can be another thing that you should be like aiming for, because this is a step that's necessary that the customer takes in order to end up purchasing the product. So you would be inspecting like, okay, why from 5,000 people that came to my site, let's say only 100 of them put that product into a cart. So there would be an extreme bleed in revenue. So you should be asking yourself questions regarding why do I lose so many people in this step. The thing can be, again, offer and these things that we just discussed before. Another thing can be like maybe your products don't have the proper sizes for the ideal customer that's coming to your web page. It can be so many things. So there should be a lot of tests run in order to improve the conversion rate, and you shouldn't be afraid, because once you come to a phase where your store is profitable, let's say you're safe and you're just in that case improving your profits. One way can be that you actually go and look for cheaper suppliers and decrease the cost of a production of your products. But don't play with the product. So I mean like, don't decrease the quality of the product, especially if you sold certain amount of them, because your clients or customers, they will be expecting high-end product. Because now the competition in 2024 is extremely big and everybody has good products. So you will not stay long on the market if you're selling products that are not worth paying that amount of money that you're charging them for. And that's pretty much it. And the last step should be purchase. And all of the campaigns, especially in e-com, should be pointed to make a purchase. Purchase, like somebody buying your product, is a marketing for itself. Like if they have a certain product and they use it on a daily basis, it means that the product could be exposed to a big amount of people just by somebody using them. So that's why you should have like extremely good customer support, be fast with the deliveries. Your service is extremely important. And a lot of people make a mistake because nobody sees you. Nobody sees who's a mastermind behind the Shopify store, and they think that they don't have any, how would I say it, responsibility towards a client to deliver the best possible service. And that's something that's extremely important in 2024, working on an e-com brand. And the last thing in this process would be retention. So retention is like, how can I reach a customer again once they already bought something from my site? And what additionally can I offer to them so they return and stay a long-term client or customer? Or what should I do in order to sell them certain things extra, such as like additional widgets? For example, you sold somebody a phone and your upsell can be that you sold them a phone case. So that can be one example. Guys, if you're just starting out with Shopify, I wanted to tell you that you can check the link in my bio description down below and get 1 month of Shopify for only $1. I hope I managed to provide you with certain value and how to think, like how to install a thinking process, become like behind running an e-com store. This can be like so much more in depth, but I just gave you the general overview behind the strategy that some of the masterminds in marketing use. So let me know if you have any questions. Feel free down to comment to engage with me, and I will be happy to provide you with more additional value such as this video. So thank you guys for watching, and see you in another video. Bye bye.